An intersex boxing champion named Imane Khelif beat an Italian female named Angela Carini in the Olympics. The Kerala floods were one of the worst natural disasters in history. Hi guys, and welcome once again. So today we will be discussing everything about the Olympics this year and also about the Kerala floods. Let's start. So, firstly, we will talk about the Olympics. So, yes, Olympics this year took place in Paris, France, and there are many good news. So, first, we'll share the good. So, yes, many Olympic players who are Christians they praised God during the Olympics, very good. And one very important news a Palestinian swimmer who is also a Christian named Valerie Rose Tarazi. She swam nicely, she probably won a silver or bronze medal, and yes, she's going to compete now. And yes, she also said that Palestinians were competing to survive and she was swimming to compete. So, yes, good luck to her and God bless her. And also, Turkey sent a 51-year-old guy, shooter, with no protection. So, yes, for shooting, you need some protective gear. He did not have, and he shot so nicely the target and he got a silver medal. The fourth news is that a 7-month pregnant woman, and she's 26 years old, she is an Egyptian fencer named Nada Hafez. She competed while pregnant. She is also a 3-time Olympian who now defeated Jeon Hae-young of South Korea. She won a silver medal. Very good. So yes, you can pursue your dreams while still being in a traditional family setting or having children and all. So yes, children are not a burden. They are a blessing because yes, she credited her child too. The fifth is that we'll talk about India. So yes, about the Indian uniforms, personally speaking, I do agree that Laura Weber designed the uniforms in white and she paid tribute to the ancient Greek tradition of wearing white to symbolize hope. Every athlete's jacket featured an embroidered patch representing their home country. So yes, about Indians, I do like their uniform, but yes, I personally think the uniforms could have been better. So about the players,
Manu Bhakar, a shooter who won bronze medal, is going to be India's flag bearer for the closing ceremony.
so Lakshya Sen in hockey, he defeated Victor Axel Sen, and he's a shutter. And yes, now he won a bronze medal. About Lovlina Borgohen, she had a tough test against formidable Li Qian from China, and yes, she lost in the quarter-final stage. And Indian boxing champion, which included Mary Kom and many other boxers, they ended without a medal. So this is a bad news. India could have done better, but yes, still what they did was really achieving. And yes, now we will look at the bad news. Before talking about the main problem, we will first talk about the mockery of Christianity, which enraged the Christian and also non-Christian communities during the opening ceremony. So you saw that there were drag queens. I've addressed this deeply in the 37th episode to check that. And also like the way they displayed vulgarly the children and all was very disgusting. Even people from the LGBTQ community didn't like it. And yes, they in the stories and all they saw told that it was a gay New Testament and all. They showed the silver horse and the communion symbolism. There was a good amount of satanic symbolism showed, and Lady Gaga sang there. It was clear that they somehow intended to mock Christianity. Some said it was a Greek mythology, but still it was wrong and icky. And also, like some say that God sent a punishment that all the lights went off one night during the Olympic times only, except for one, the church Sacre Coeur Church. So yes, it was the only place where the power supply was not switched off or cut off, and it was for 5 minutes. But see the power of God, that Satan has power but not more than God. And the ones who are like doing this or defending the Olympics, remember God is not going to be mocked. And yes, what they did was extremely wrong. On my 50th episode, I'm going to have a Q&A regarding various topics. So yes, you have to ask me any question in the comment section and I'm going to answer faith, study, anything. Now let's talk about the main problem. So Imane Khelif, an Algerian boxer who has the differences of sexual development. So yes, she is an intersex. Some say that she's a woman, some say that he's a man, whatever. And yes, she has XY chromosomes and a congenital issue with a penis development. She became aware of that after puberty and she isn't insensitive to testosterone. So yes, she has an extremely high amount of testosterone than the female boxers, normal ones out there, and she is an intersex. So yes, in the developing countries, even in my India, the concept of hijra or the intersex people is there. And about the Western people, like they are like demonizing that thing and all. See, this is a natural phenomena and the concept of intersex is very very different from transgenderism. Of course, I'm against transgenderism and that changing your gender and all is an extremely wrong and stupid thing. But this intersex is a natural problem, biological problem, and they are not sinning or committing any wrong. But he or she, anyone, they have been created fearfully and wonderfully by God. So we should not discriminate them. And yes, the Western culture, like they demonize such people, they marginalize, there's the colonialization thing too involved, and like they were like outcasts and all. So this was a problem what the Western civilization did. And I do agree with Iman and I kind of defend her partially. And she defeated Italian boxer Angela Carini, who was a biological woman. And within 40 seconds, something, Angela got defeated. She felt very, very bad. So, yes, some are saying that we should stand with Angela, some are saying to stand with Iman. So, what I believe that Iman had like vagina from inside, like female parts from inside, and outer that male organs from outside. So yes, she's an intersex. What I personally believe is that uh, she participating is not wrong, but because of this biological problem and also the fact that she has XY chromosomes, means male, she should not be competing in biological women's sports where women are more comparatively more weaker, have lesser bone density and strength than her. There should be a separate sports for transgender people and such people. I'm totally against men or trans women competing in women's sports and all, because yes, men are more stronger than women and it's also impractical and wrong for the poor women. The woke LGBTQ ideology and the trans ideology has caused lot of problems and chaos in this society. For those who defend Angela, they say that Algeria is an Islamic country, they wouldn't allow women to dress like tomboys, which is partially true. And yes, I believe that both the sides are somehow right and somehow wrong. But ultimately, you're not a conservative or a progressive, but you are a Christian, so you should show Christ-like behavior. We should love the person, but we cannot support the wrongdoing.
She and Lin Yuting were both disqualified by the International Boxing Association for having too high levels of testosterone. Her father defended that she is a woman.
One Iki News triathlete Julian Vermeulen, he slams Olympic Games officials for forcing her to swim in poop infested Seine River. So yes, the woke climate activists, they are like threatening the officials, that is authorities of France, that if they will like not make France a greener and cleaner place, they will poop in the Seine River. So yes, there have been toilets there, and yes, there is like a good amount of E. coli and other dirty harmful bacteria, high levels in the river. And despite that, Olympic Games officials stated that these waters were treated and all. Like what? They have been focusing more on the drag than these are more important issues. Also about the diet which was given. So Indian people got food from Indian restaurants or they home cooked food like rajma chawal. Also there was a very less amount of animal protein in order to feed the climate change and the green agenda. about veganism. See, and veganism is not suitable or nourishing for everyone. And in some cases, it might not be the most sustainable diet. So, yes, there should be better food choices and enough amount of plant and animal protein for the athletes. I personally believe that Paris could have done a better job regarding the Olympics management. About the Kerala flood. So yes, on 30th July 2024, there was like lot of landslides, multiple landslides occurred at villages like Mepadi, Panjiri Matom, villages of Wayanad District in Kerala.
This often happens during monsoons. Do check this.
And there were 369 plus deaths reported. Many are still not found, and 273 plus injuries, 206 more plus people missing, and it was one of the worst disasters of the history. So yes, I personally believe that it was kind of natural, but I believe that it's kind of man-made too, because of like people constructing their houses in low-lying areas, which is a problem. I believe that there should be green and good steps taken, and also like you can donate to a good website about them. So yes, the link is in the description box. Pray for them and do help them. So thank you guys for listening to this episode. Do share your thoughts on the Olympics. Should we boycott Olympics or not? Personally, I believe we should not necessarily boycott Olympics, but we can boycott some parts, or we can rebuke the wrongdoings. Bye.